Oh, episode 1.
Yeah. So episode 1.
This is pretty cool. It's been a long time in the making. We've been wanting to do this for a while, so it's pretty cool that we're finally getting started on this.
If it wasn't obvious, considering it's episode 1, this is our very first podcast, I think, for all of us.
Wow, Austin, thank you for making it clear to them.
I just wanted to make sure. What can I say?
That's Austin. This is Austin.
I'm Jordan.
Wait. Go through like a little introduction.
Oh, okay.
This is Austin.
I'm Austin. I am kind of like the guy on Laugh Over Life who does like a lot of the, I don't know, like acting, as well as the like subtle editing, as well as like managerial type stuff, I guess. I mean, I don't know what to say about that.
Okay.
Jordan.
I didn't realize we're going super into detail. I'm Jordan.
Okay, that was like
that
was like a sentence and a half. I'm
kind of
sorry.
like a lot of the screen time acting.
Yeah,
like
this is Jordan.
Deal.
He's the face of the channel and the
Yes.
Okay.
call me the face of the channel.
Okay. We're gonna redo that whole thing then. Face, creativeness, brains.
I don't know if I like that.
I didn't like that
I didn't even
either.
get an intro.
Yeah.
Do I even get a
Sergio
name?
Sergio gets a one-word intro.
Yeah.
We're
Do I
over
get a
here
name?
like 2 minutes
I
each.
get creative. Is that all I get? That's like getting a star on a test.
What
Yeah.
can I
Is
say?
that an A?
You've
No,
gotten
you
a
got
lot
the
of
star.
stars.
At least you tried.
At least I got a "You tried" sticker. That's
Yeah.
what I got.
Hey, that's all we can do in this world.
That's what I
honestly.
get.
So
Yeah.
We tend to act. Sergio tends to be behind the editing aspect and the creative script ordeals.
I make the creative decisions. I'm
Yeah.
basically an overpaid slave.
yeah,
He does it very well.
very well.
It's because I'm Asian.
Yeah.
I'm like going this route already. I'm going this route already.
Hey, we didn't say anything racist. You did, okay?
But if
Anyways,
he's the one saying it, is it really
okay,
racist?
we're like 5 minutes
Mom, my white friends are making fun of me.
Austin, go
no,
ahead.
Joanne.
I live on my own.
He's
It
making
doesn't
fun of
matter.
himself.
Yeah,
It's
go
not.
ahead.
Yeah.
Can't how you helped. Yeah, so that was like what 5 minutes that we just took to introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah, I really
I
don't
didn't
know.
expect any less.
Yeah, I really don't know where the direction of this podcast is going to go.
Yeah,
but-
if you can't tell, this is. I just dropped my water. If you can't tell,
God
this
damn
is
it. I'm getting
horrible.
they're going to literally search my apartment in like 4 days.
Yeah, there's an inspection going on in this house in a couple of
Are we
days.
gonna hang anything on your walls
No.
before your inspection?
No,
We wanted
all right.
to hang that.
All right,
but-
hold on.
but
To get back on topic.
Yeah, on topic.
Yes, stay on topic. We don't really know where this podcast is going to go, but we finally decided to go ahead and do it with the idea in mind to start off the first couple kind of based around the popular videos on our channel.
Yep.
One of them right now being Among Us. We decided to go ahead and do a video about our Among Us videos and kind of the course and the actions that help this set in motion.
I just feel like that's an appropriate place to start, considering that's what's trending on our channel right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can obviously go anywhere with this podcast, but it's nice to start it on a relative note.
And
Yeah.
we figured if there's any topic that the audience would like to come among us and listen, that it would be this one.
Yeah. Well, no, and I feel like there's a lot of people genuinely have questions about
God
like
damn it.
how certain things happened with this video.
Yeah.
And they want to know more about us. So this is the perfect way to do that.
Yeah,
Two birds,
definitely.
one stone type of deal.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's
We got a guest.
yeah,
bring in our
let's
first
let's invite our
guest.
guest. It's the character that probably can't pronounce his own color. And
Black.
yeah.
Let's get him out here.
Oh, that's me, guys. No. Me?
No.
No. Blue, come on out.
Blue.
Come on out. That's your cue. That's your
Blue.
cue. That's your cue.
Blue, aka Ryan.
Blue, aka Ryan from Odyssey
What
the Odd,
is
making
going
his
on?
entrance very
Punch the
very
mic.
smoothly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, you can take the helmet off.
I think it's me.
What
So
an entrance. I was just on Joe Rogan's cast.
I'm sure you were.
Yeah.
Oh well, no, that's
God,
exciting.
boys. Thank you
No,
for
we
having
also
me.
have one other guest. He's in part 2.
Unfortunately, he didn't bring his costume today.
Yeah. Well, he said he got confiscated and
See,
because he travels from overseas.
He doesn't
to
have
get
his
here.
costume, but he did bring some sick accents.
All right.
Let's go.
hated that.
Let's bring in Purple, aka Brantley.
Woo, Brantley, yeah.
no.
Woo. I mean,
all the way around. How are you gonna get?
Why did he come
Why did he go in first?
No, I'm getting the stool. I'm not making you sit.
We'll do this.
Well, no, Ryan's technically shorter, so he can sit.
see,
still.
the scary thing too is that there's actually one chair in this room that is not put together.
Yeah,
properly.
one of these chairs is not put
Hopefully
together.
not
correctly.
Yeah,
Ryan's.
it's held together with one screw.
Literally
I hope
one
it's
screw.
mine.
Me too.
Well, if you go through that wall, it might be a problem for my inspection.
It said inspections tomorrow.
Yeah, the
Dude,
inspection.
sometime this week.
You actually might have dented the wall.
I'll just stay here.
Sergio,
and-
it's
tripping
like,
me out.
are you
Yeah.
serious?
I was
No,
genuinely
no, no,
concerned
no,
for a
no,
second
no.
there.
When they come over, I'll just block it. I'll stand here and be like, hey.
Hey.
He's gonna post up like he's put up a vibe on the wall, like, hey, how's it going?
All right,
All right.
gentlemen, would you like to thoroughly
So,
introduce yourselves? just like
Unfortunately,
how we
they
did?
have to share a mic, but we're gonna work around that. They're gonna
Yeah,
take
true.
turns, get real close to the mic, and then
Yeah,
they
you might
can
just
talk.
need to like, you
We-
know,
we weren't-
manhandle that mic a little
We
bit.
weren't intending
Yo.
on having 2 guests, but we're gonna start with 2 guests. What a way to start the show!
You know what? All of the best videos we've done so far start off with unexpected appearances by people.
That is true.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You never know.
Definitely.
You really never know.
All right, let's let Ryan introduce
Take the
himself
stage,
a little
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
What it is? I'm Ryan. I play blue.
Wait, really? I thought you were black.
Fuck. Maybe. No, but thank you guys for having me on this LOL cast.
I don't know what it's called
I
yet.
don't know what it's called yet.
Honestly,
on
it
this
sounds pretty good.
cast.
Yeah.
I think Laughcast personally. That's
Yo,
just
I
me.
like the laugh cast. I'm down with that.
Well, we were
Leave-
thinking about calling it
leave-
Oddcast actually, but
Leave possible names
Yeah, you know
in
what?
the comments.
Yeah, let's just go with Oddcast.
Yeah, I think
Oddcast. No.
yeah.
right.
That's because Ryan's from Odyssey the Odd.
Yeah,
And they
Odyssey
wanted to
the
do
Odd.
podcasts.
Shout outs to the Odyssey the Odd. Lincoln Bio.
Sorry, we'll cut that out.
No plugs.
No,
We'll
but,
give him- we'll give him his
but,
plug.
but seriously though, Ryan works together with Red in our film. His name's Cortland. They make Odyssey of the Odd, which is a very cool YouTube channel. Really gory. So if
Yeah.
you're a young boy or girl, then be a little careful. But it's great content, and you should check it out
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
if you want to see some more Ryan.
Ooh.
So, anyways, I'll let you go back to your thing.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
basically just did it for
Yeah,
him.
you basically just stole.
I just wanted
Yeah.
to plug Odyssey of the
You
Odd.
stole his plug.
Thanks
you-
for the Odyssey the Odd
You
plug.
can say whatever you want,
Yeah.
man.
Portland will beat my ass if I don't plug this. You come home
Yeah.
and be like, did you talk about Odyssey the Odd?
yeah.
Yeah, what's he doing right now?
Yeah. What is he
Right
doing?
now, Cortland is probably staring at a computer, editing his brains out.
questioning
Editing
his
his
life.
brains out.
Editing
Yeah.
his brains out.
He's putting in that Odyssey the Odd work.
Oh my
That's
God,
what it is.
dude. He is going crazy right now. We have, like-
Still?
Yeah.
Well, shout out
He
to
told
him.
me. He told me October was it.
October was supposed to be it.
Wait, is this for Goosebumps?
I don't know
He
if I
can't
can
talk. He
about
can't
this.
talk.
talk
It's
about
a
it
secret
on-
project.
no.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna talk about it.
No,
Fine.
it's not about their Goosebumps project.
See, I guess I'm not. I guess I'm not in the loop. Whatever,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
big deal. But okay,
Spoiling their
There's
future
so
projects.
much shit going on right now.
that sounds
Oh
exciting.
my gosh.
Makes me crazy.
I mean, this
so
talks make me
that-
want to
yeah,
subscribe.
that's a perfect reason to check out their channel right
See
now.
some
Are
secret
we gonna
stuff.
plug their channel more than ours?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the hell's going on here?
I mean,
Yeah, that's what you get when you bring me on here.
see,
Odyssey the Odd.
the thing is, I'm gonna make the assumption that anyone who's watching this video probably knows about us in some capacity. Hopefully,
so is that why you're taking the time to air Cortland?
Yeah.
yes,
No.
because people don't know.
Okay, not
they
necessarily.
need to
If
know.
Cortland wants people to know about him, he can start his own podcast. Okay.
Oh,
You know what? That's a good point.
We actually
Yeah.
are starting our podcast
What's it called?
called the
'Cause-
Oddcast.
Wait, you can't steal
But
our
that's
name.
what this one's called. You
Yeah,
can't
you
steal our
can't steal
name.
our name.
already copyrighted.
Oh, fuck. I already signed the papers and everything.
Hey, but Lowcast is open, or Leftcast, or any of those.
Well,
are
we have to
open.
check honestly.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good
True. I
point.
didn't even think about that, honestly.
Yeah.
Just assume
You have to
that
see
we
if
have
it
the creative
exists.
rights
Yeah.
to everything we
Yeah.
want.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough.
I mean, I feel like we do.
Isn't it funny that when we first wanted to start our channel, there was another channel like made by 2 little girls?
Yeah, there
called
was
Laugh
like it
Over
was like
Life.
3 girls chasing a music dream or something like that.
Yeah,
It was called Laugh Over Life.
Laugh Over Life, and we passed them like after what 2 years? No, I'm just kidding. They had like 34 subscribers.
That sounds about
yeah,
right, honestly.
exactly.
Very slow start.
Anyways,
Anyways,
what
I
are we
think we're
doing?
getting
We
a little
haven't
off
we
topic,
haven't let Brantley have
Yeah,
his
let's,
intro.
let,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
let the people talk.
What's up, guys? How we doing? Yeah, what's up? I'm Brantley. I play Purple on the Among Us part 2, and then upcoming part 4. If it's out yet, if it's not, I don't know.
Honestly, it probably
It's probably
should be
gonna
out
come
by
out.
now.
Yeah, we're
alongside.
Simultaneous, probably.
working on it right now.
Yeah.
It's been a fun process. It's been a lot of fun to work with these boys. Looking forward,
And boys, and don't forget Jordan.
boys and Jordan, small man. Looking forward to working with them again. Lot of fun. Yeah, no, I love these guys. Met them like a year and a half ago for a random commercial shoot that I got booked for like last minute. And then like 2 days before part 2, they're like, "Hey bro, we need someone for our video. Could you guys do it?" I was like, "Fuck yeah,
Okay,
let's
it
do
was
it."
like 3 days.
It was not. It was Friday because you needed me Friday night. You text me Wednesday night, like 10 o'clock at night.
Any time that you guys reach out to someone, it's less than 24 hours in
The
advance.
last minute.
Yeah, that's why.
I can get so many people to vouch for that.
That
You
is-
don't even
yeah.
know.
Dude,
I
I
will
can
text
vouch for it.
Jarius right now.
Dude, I write the videos, and I know that's true.
Hey, if you ever want to be in a video and you've talked and you've expressed it to us, odds are you're gonna be getting a text the morning of shoot day.
Yeah, if you're-
Sergio's gonna text you at 3 a.m. Hey, can you film at 10?
Yeah, you're essentially on call, honestly.
Well, no, I make Austin ask them.
Yeah. See, I don't have the luxury of ignoring people.
Except Austin doesn't go out of his way to ask Ryan or Cortland, so I have to do it.
I do.
I mean, I feel like you guys are in a big group chat at this point. You guys have known each other forever. Like,
No, not worth it.
no.
Not worth it. No.
No.
See, like at one point a long time ago, I remember I made like this little Facebook
Oh,
group.
I remember.
I made this Facebook group and I forgot what
Oh,
I called
yeah.
it, but I was like, oh, we can use this to like get casting together. And then like,
It never
Friday
went. Who
night for Saturday
uses-
shoot, I'd be like, oh, anyone want to shoot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
who
that-
uses
someone who
Facebook?
makes Facebook groups doesn't have an iPhone. That's what that is.
Oh, Austin, let's see your phone.
I don't want.
Let's see your phone. Look at that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Oh,
that,
wow,
does,
a
that doesn't look
Galaxy-
like an iPhone.
Galaxy
Nah.
S20 Ultra, great phone.
Okay, no
Yeah.
flexing
Yeah.
allowed. Here.
Great phone.
I
Well,
can't afford
hey,
an
I'm not
Ultra.
the one that picked up my phone. I'm just saying. So if we talk about flexing all we want.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Let's get back on topic.
What
Let's
were
get back
we-
on
I think
topic.
Brantley just needs to stop talking and he can.
chilling.
The more
Yeah.
the
So,
rain.
Brantley, how did you get involved with the channel after?
Really needs to stop talking. Hey, Brantley. So I got involved with the channel. I met Austin and Sergio about a year and a half ago. We were shooting a commercial for an international dating company.
so random.
And then
Okay, you're
we
making it sound-
ghosted. No, and
How
then we
did that-
ghosted him for a year, and then hit him up like
then
we
they
said.
ghosted
2
me for a
days.
year, and then they realized, hey, we need his body again. So
Yeah.
they hit me back up for If Among Us Was a Reality Show Part 2. And I was like, sure, man, let's do it. I'm down. I'm off that night.
What convinced you to do it? Were you like, cause like
It took literally no convincing. Austin texted me, and I was like, fuck it, sure.
I remember.
Literally no. He could have been like, hey, bro, we need you in like 2 hours. I'm like, fuck
Oh,
it.
I know. We've done it before.
Yeah, send it. I'm down.
I remember being on this futon over here. Sergio was like editing or like we're writing or something like that. We were writing or something like that, and he was just like, "Hey, like we need this person or whatever." And I was like kind of going down my contacts or whatever, and I was like,
He's like, who can we take advantage
Well,
of?
no,
This
well, no,
late
I was
notice.
sold- I was
and he
sold
got
on-
real far to the C's in
Well,
his
no, well, no,
contacts.
he was describing who he was looking for. Like he was like, yeah, like I want them to have like kind of like a deep voice and like yada yada.
Yeah.
And like be beautifully handsome. And I was just
How the
like,
hell did you
going-
think of me? That's weird.
Well, at first he passed you, and then he realized.
Yeah,
he had to go back.
Austin just kept saying Brantley. We need Brantley. And I
No,
was like,
no, I straight up did though. I was like, because like I mean, I mentioned this to him all the time. Is that Brantley had a really good first impression when it came to like being reliable and being a good actor and being a good person, or whatever. So I was like,
Thought you were saying that after all the terrible things I just
after
said.
all the
Yeah,
horrible
exactly.
things you
Appreciate you,
said,
bro.
yeah,
This is the same guy that said he was going to beat his kids.
I have
Not
never.
more
I have
than 5
never
minutes.
said.
But no, like we were like sitting there though, and then like I remember we were talking and we were like, you know, considering like Zach or Sam or whatever, for example. And I remember I'm like Brantley. I'm like, what do you think about Brantley? And he kind of was like, oh, like, can you like pull up his Instagram so I could like see him and make sure, like, because kind of forgot what he looks like. I mean, like we worked with a lot of people during that week.
yeah.
Gotta make sure he's not ugly as shit.
Thank God all those selfies you take every day going to work, right? dude. Oh
my gosh.
Every time we're on set.
If
Bro.
anyone follows us on the Laugh Over Life Instagram page, you'll see on our stories, I constantly catch this guy taking selfies. He's just like, oh, this guy's an asshole.
This guy's a narcissist.
This guy's the fucking worst. And they keep bringing me back.
Yep, they keep bringing him back. The people asked for purple, and we brought them back.
They're gonna
purple.
kill me in the next video for sure. Like, it'll be the,
You're
but
dying
no matter
first.
whatever you guys end up doing next, you'll be like, can we bring Brantley back? Oh, we
Yeah,
need
let's
to
fucking kill
we
him.
need to kill this
Yeah,
dude
he's
immediately.
dying.
Let's
First,
do let's
yeah.
do a part 5 just to kill Brantley at the beginning. You remember?
We'll make him green.
Yeah, we'll make him green.
We'll make
Sure.
you wear the green suit.
Dude,
yeah.
don't make us put you in green, dude.
yeah.
I don't
Bro,
want to be in green.
his massive muscles will just destroy Green.
True. You're saying Logan's not swole either?
No comment.
Ouch.
No
All
comment.
right.
Wow, I feel like the no comment hurts worse than anything.
Yeah.
Austin's not going out of his way to defend.
I'm sorry,
him.
Logan.
It's like he didn't want to go in
Didn't mean
detail.
to roast Logan. Logan, you have bigger muscles than me, so that's okay. I can't talk shit. But yeah, no, like that's kind of like how it happened though. Like I remember like vividly having that like whole dilemma and then being like, oh, I'll text him, and then you're like, I'm down, and then it all went really well. So that was cool. Anyways, that's how the story of Brantley and XLL happens.
Yeah.
What? I didn't catch that.
Like you know,
What was
like Fortnite, like where they
Oh,
do like
Brantley
Fortnite
X, LOL.
X, yeah,
I get it.
exactly.
Okay.
Did we even say?
Yeah, you're Nike, you know.
I know we got it while we were doing the practice, but did we even say how you ended up joining for this video?
I don't think we did. Let's go back to that.
I know we
you
did.
did.
We talked about it in the practice,
Yeah.
what
how
in the
you guys got me into this video?
Yeah.
in the
So,
practice.
well,
Oh.
on one fateful night, you boys showed up to the odd house
Yes, we
with a
did.
bunch of costumes that weren't gonna fit me at all, and I was like, I'm probably just gonna play a small little tiny part in this video, and it turned into so much bigger than that.
He became an idol.
I
Yeah.
can't believe how big your character
No,
turned
and
out
it's
to
funny
be.
too because
Big boy.
we had like a rough idea when we were going to cast you,
Yeah.
but we knew we only had you for like what was it, like 1 or 2 nights total.
Like, really
Yeah.
busy.
So
We
what
were
we
kind
ended
of forced to make your character small.
Yeah, so I literally was like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to cut out as many scenes of them as possible and make them as much of a side character. And you still became the punchline somehow.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you guys, because like the thing was that they were never originally in that script. Like, those colors were in the script, but they were going to be played by other people. Blue was
Yeah.
going to be played by Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
There was no pink at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, pink
And-
was supposed to be yellow.
Yeah, but like,
Pink was the last second thing. We had to color shift her.
yeah, and then red was like I always wanted Cortland to play red, but I didn't think we'd be able to get him in time just
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they
They're
literally
busy.
we gave him a 1 day notice that we needed him for 2 days, 2 days before they went to Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
we were
like-
going to Michigan. Holy shit.
Yeah, so it was really really last second. So it was one of those situations where I was like, "Hey, we'll see if they're down."
That's right. I remember
And
the night
the
we got to
costumes
their
were
house.
already purchased. Blue's
Yeah.
costume was for
Oh
your
my God.
girlfriend. So
Well, yeah, you guys had all these costumes laying on the table, and I looked, and I'm like, oh my god, none of these are gonna fit.
But
Yeah.
speaking of which, can you stand up and
Yeah,
show
I'll
the people?
stand up.
Oh yeah.
So,
speaking of costumes,
Ryan's
check this
costume.
out.
When we say it didn't fit, it really didn't fit.
This is how
Yeah.
this thing fits.
well, I
Yeah.
mean, there's holes on the side too.
Yeah, there's holes on the side too.
like biscuits and
Yeah.
gravy.
Holes in the back.
Yeah.
I'm what they would say, built different.
Yeah.
Hey.
So when a costume doesn't fit, we just cut it up until it does.
Like,
It's just how it
Yeah.
there's
works.
no such thing on Laugh Over Life as something not working. We will make it work. Whether you don't have a costume covering your ass,
Yeah.
whether it's duct tape, anything not in shot, we
Didn't
will
we
make
do
it
that
work.
with Wario?
Oh my god, yeah. When
Yeah.
you guys
Tape.
did Mario Fast and Furious. That's when I first met you guys.
Oh my gosh, you're
That's
right.
And Tarv.
Yeah.
Wait, can we
The
talk about first?
Tarv?
Tarv,
Yeah.
Oh
We
my
talk
gosh,
about
yes,
Tarv.
we
gotta
have to
bring
talk
up
about
Tarv.
Tarv.
Yes.
Because it's so relevant to your character.
So
So,
relevant.
so let's start with the voice. The voice
the
of
voice.
Blue.
Oh my god. This voice belongs to a dear friend of mine named Tarv, named Travis Long. On everything goes by Tarvs, I believe.
I'm Tarvs. I
Yeah.
think it is. I'm Tarvs.
Yeah, I'm
The
Tarvs.
official
Yeah.
plug.
Yeah,
Are we
yeah.
gonna plug him too?
Yeah,
Since we've been plugging
plug
everyone.
old Tarvy
totally
boy.
could. Yeah.
Go on
go-
Instagram.
but-
I'm Tarvs X, as Austin would say, Dark Twisted Media.
Yes, yeah, he does that. He's like streaming, trying to do the whole filmmaking thing. He tried to teach him the ways of the,
I thought you were gonna say the ways of the womb.
the ways of the womb.
But,
Anyway, his whole voice was like a frat boy, like total like bro voice.
and that's
at
his actual
first.
voice.
I always get kind of a Bill and Ted vibe when I
Yeah,
hear that.
definitely, and that's even what. It's funny that you say that because Cortland just watched the first Bill and Ted like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and he was like, "That's where that
that
voice
the-
comes from." Like, yeah, kind of. I mean, it just breaks it down into like that bro, like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Is that the movie with
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
The new
Keanu
one that
Reeves.
they're making, and
Yeah.
they're like so much older or whatever.
Yeah.
They're old as shit now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they've
was
been
gonna
making
say,
those movies
I've never
forever.
seen any of those.
Yeah, same.
But I saw the trailer for the new one.
I always thought Ted was like the teddy bear.
You're thinking of something
Oh my
completely
God.
I
different.
know I am.
Yeah,
You are
You're
uncultured.
thinking of the Seth MacFarlane movie Ted, where he
Yeah.
plays a
Are we
raunchy
plugging
teddy
that too
bear.
now?
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Hey, yo,
Brantley
shout out
LA, man.
Seth MacFarlane.
Dude, plugs on plugs on plugs.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Tarv.
Not sponsored.
Back
Yeah.
to Tarv's voice.
It was like your typical bro voice, and then when I first met him, it was so annoying to me, like because he would do these things like nah. Like I would talk to him, he'd come over, and I'd be like, he wanted me to help him with his videos at the time, like acting in his videos, and he would break down the video, and then I'd give him some input, and then he'd hit me with a nah, And I'm like, why do you do that every fucking time? You do this to me, man. And we would just get to the point where it just became like a laughing thing between the both of us, and we would add stuff to it. Like we would, with every video, or like we'd just be talking about something, we would just add to this character, and over time it built into that. I'm like, dude, you need to work on this. This needs to be your thing, so you can like be like an entertainment, like PewDiePie or some shit, you know. You can build off of this. It's dumb, but people like attach to dumb characters. They do.
Yeah.
You're living
all the time.
proof.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, not to be kind of mean or anything, or no heat towards Tarv, but
Yeah.
low key, you have made his voice better than, like, bigger than he has.
Yeah, and like, we talked about it because like at first he was like, oh man, that's my voice, man. But we're like, dude, it's like it's a joke. You get it? Like he's fine with it now, but at first he was like, oh man, I can't believe this is actually happening. Because it was in the works for a while, because we're working on this cartoon, you know,
Yeah.
Frank and Friends.
Yeah, Frank and Friends.
And I wrote him in as our delivery boy. And I was like, I want to work with you. I want to adapt this character that we've been working on, and these catchphrases. And we would work on catchphrases like dumb shit, like "wait man," just like
You've
stupid
been
shit.
giving
'cause
everyone a sneak
yeah,
peek.
yeah,
Nice.
and it built from
Sprinkling
that.
breadcrumb trail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's a really good plug. If you want more of a character like that, Frank and Friends, keep your eye out for that. Keep your eye
That's
out
the
for that.
cartoon in the works, boys.
Have you guys
Yeah.
made a lot of progress on that? Like,
On that cartoon itself, no, but like right now we are working on our cartoon in real life, which that's kind of going to come out to like the branding of the channel, like bringing in the cartoons and the animation.
Yeah.
Animation, like as we all know, it's a hard fucking thing to get into.
Oh, yeah.
Especially like stepping from like filmmaking to getting into
Yeah.
animation. We kind of bit off more than we could chew, but we're figuring it out.
Yeah, I think,
we
like-
have that project right there, that cartoon in real life, is where we fight our cartoon selves, and we're kind of bringing in Frank as well for that video.
Like a
That's not
character.
really a Frank and Friends video, but it just brings that character in.
yeah.
So you see, like, this could be what Frank and Friends is kind of going to look like.
Yeah.
But it's like really rough.
Like,
So, yeah.
no pun intended. Woof,
Yeah,
woof.
it's rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
But yeah, but yeah, that's something that's one of the projects too that's coming out this month.
Yeah.
That's
And
cool.
For sure, this month.
if you're an animator on YouTube, like, mad respect. I think
Yeah.
that being,
Hands
I think
down.
being an animator on YouTube is probably like one of the few things you could do that's harder than the kind of content that we
Yeah.
make,
I
or
just feel like
on
it's
the level.
a lot of work for not as much like
Yeah, like
reputation.
you're well, it's just like I always think about YouTube content, at least in these kind of terms. I always think about it as like effort per second, and like our videos can have pretty high effort per second because like we have to like go film it, we have to edit it, yada yada. But like an animator literally has to like, you know, every single frame has like a lot of care in it, and it's like
EPS, effort per second.
EPS.
EPS, dude.
I'm pretty sure that stands for earnings per share.
EPS, effort per
sessions
second.
Yeah.
From
I
now
just did
on,
the
to be
thing.
like, hey, is this going to require a lot of EPS?
Yeah, like I would say like our channel probably is like a, I don't know, 10 EPS, but like an animating channel is like 15 probably, depending on the animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, don't use the term if you don't want to use it.
Once we're getting into fake mathematical sequences, I don't know if it's gonna work out as well.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
talking about things that are fake.
I love it. But no, yeah, animation's so dope. I would love to just like, if that was like my full time career, just doing like voices and animation, I'd be so into that.
Yeah, a lot of mad respect to the animators of YouTube.
Yeah, Meat Canyon. I
Meat
love
Cannon?
that dude.
Meat Cannon.
So
Oh my gosh.
much. His stuff is so funny. Every time I do post a
plug
new
him.
video,
Plug them over.
no, he doesn't need a plug. He
Shout
should
out to
plug
Meat
us.
Cannon. Yep.
I
Yeah,
see
shout
his
out
shit
to-
on TikTok a lot now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's posting on there
migrated a
too,
lot to
bro.
TikTok.
His what's the one?
It's other people posting his stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there was the one like he did the Bugs Bunny one and it got taken down by Time Warner in like 24 hours.
I hate Time Warner.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, it was like his most popular video, and they issued him a cease and desist, and then he posted another video of like a funeral of all his other characters around Bugs Bunny in the
Yeah.
coffin.
Oh my
But it
gosh.
has like a cease and desist over his face.
That's hilarious.
That dude doesn't give a fuck, but his stuff is so funny. Oh, I want to meet that dude. I love it.
You want to
That's
meet
awesome.
Cannon?
Yeah,
You want to meet Cannon?
If you haven't figured it out already, I love puns. So
Getting mad off topic.
Yeah.
Did we even let Ryan finish what he was talking about?
Again, literally, it's a podcast. There's unlimited tape. We can just fucking go forever.
I know.
Bro,
I've
Joe
been
Rogan
saying
has
that.
3 hours untouched. Like, we can do this shit for hours. You know, hey, what do you call a group of white guys?
What?
A podcast.
Podcasters. I was gonna say.
Oh shit!
Dang.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you guys and me and Purple.
I hate
I'm
it.
so white. It's ridiculous. I'm so white. I just look Middle Eastern. I'm white.
Is that really?
I'm so white.
I always
I'm
just assumed you were
actually
Middle Eastern.
1/4 Indian.
All right, Elizabeth Warren.
Grandma.
Dude, I'm
It's on
not
Grandma's
white.
side.
I'm European.
That makes sense.
I don't identify as white. I'm actually like Italian American.
Oh,
I identify as blue.
It's the whitest thing I've ever heard.
dude, this
Yeah,
is sausage
honestly.
pizza, dude.
Identify as blue.
It's a little sus, my guy.
Dude, well, Sergio did it in your introduction. Can you spell blue for us?
The helmet's down.
Wait, you guys really want me to spell
No,
blue?
you don't have to.
No,
if it's
we're
too
not
hard.
gonna
no.
challenge
Yeah,
you.
if it's too tough for you, don't have to do it.
Yeah.
It's like a test. Like teacher tells you to go to the
Like
front
heartbeat
of
up to the
class.
mic.
The numbers are above my head.
Oh my god.
How come we haven't made that a meme yet? You know, the Zach Galifianakis thing, but replace him in the background.
We should.
That'd be smart. That'd be funny.
Have you guys ever watched like the Howard Stern show, like his podcast that
Yes.
he does? You know, he has Beetlejuice. It's like the short black guy on there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is
Oh
your guys'
my
Beetlejuice.
God.
Dude, the clip where he's like,
Spell-
what's the number that comes in between 1 and 3? And he's like, it's all right, take your
It's
time.
like 7. He's like, no, think about it.
Think about it. If you were counting to 3, 1, and then he's just sitting there like,
27.
No, he says like
Yeah.
36.
dude, Beetlejuice is incredible.
Bro, so fucking
What happened to his
funny.
boxing career?
I don't know, man. He fucked it up.
Oh my god.
No, he was going to welterweight champ, dog. I don't know.
Oh my
He
God.
fucked it up.
You guy's a genius.
He's a goddamn prodigy. that was my math teacher.
Really?
He was, swear to God.
Prodigy?
Yep. At
That
my
explains
at,
a lot.
At Nevada.
Is that why you dropped out of school?
Yeah, because I was like, damn, I don't know nearly enough. This guy is.
This guy's teaching at a acting school.
Bro, he's a goddamn prodigy, man. He's Division 1.
Everyone's a goddamn prodigy.
D1.
Everyone in my eyes is a prodigy in something, man. It's great.
In
Oh my
that case,
gosh.
the word prodigy has no meaning.
I think,
Where prodigy suddenly has zero definition to it.
Yeah, I'm a prodigy.
I think the biggest prodigy that Brantley sees is when he looks in the mirror.
Picks up my resume. Oh, I'm just gonna cross off prodigy here. It's now worthless.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I got the broken chair. I just realized that.
Oh,
Look at
nice.
this thing rock
I did
back
a
and
test. I did a test when you said, I was like, fuck, please don't be me.
forth. Yeah,
That's
no,
not mine.
Yeah, we
I-
bought this
I
furniture.
definitely got the rocky chair.
We bought this furniture on Amazon and we like put it together a couple days ago.
Shit. Shout out
And
to Amazon.
This chair, specifically this chair,
Plugs
like
on
they
plugs
gave
on
us like they like drilled the holes in the wrong side of like one of the things, and you actually can't put it in properly. So
Well, it was we got all 4 chairs in one box.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they shipped bulk parts, and one of the parts we got a
duplicate.
dupe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was basically like
It was
one
like-
chair has like 2 left legs, so it's like
it doesn't fit properly and
it
stuff.
doesn't. I'm rocking back and forth over here. It feels like I'm on a boat.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, you
It's
can't-
holding up well. It took me this long to notice.
You can
it.
only hate Amazon so much. I mean, they literally give us everything.
Oh
else.
yeah! Shout out to Amazon for selling me
Everything.
the wrong liquid cooler for my computer that is in shambles right now.
Well, I mean, you can't blame them. I mean, the workers are working 23-hour days and pissing in
Yeah,
Gatorade
you know
bottles.
what?
Yeah.
You're right. Shout out to anyone who works for the I don't know. The
Who else
overlord-
are we gonna
the
shout out?
Amazon
The
The,
overlords.
the
Amazon.
Bezos Corp.
Yeah, Bezos Corp.
Bro, shout out that guy, though. To create
guy's
Amazon.
a genius, dude.
He's a
Yeah.
Okay,
goddamn
Amazon and profit so much.
Bro,
like
you know what he is? He's a goddamn prodigy.
I hate it.
He's an intellectual prodigy.
I hate it.
Dude, I'm gonna play Prodigy as the music for the intro to this. Instantly get copyrighted.
Oh my gosh.
Prodigy. Do
you know what-
Prodigy podcast?
YouTube's copyright tool, dude. They're prodigies.
Bro, that copyright tool.
Speaking of
It's like,
prodigies,
no. It's the dude from Emperor's New Groove is the meme of him just going.
Let's talk about Rit Die.
oh my gosh,
Rit
don't
Die.
even get
Well,
me
First
started.
off, let's shout them out. Shout out to Rit Die.
For always being
Listen.
sold out and never giving us the full color we need.
Oh my gosh.
fired.
Yes, no. So the story behind this is the costumes alone get a lot of questions, and there's a reason why there's not a lot of behind-the-scenes coverage of the costumes. And what's going on?
I'm telling him to lean back.
Oh, he
He's
was blocking you.
me.
Yeah.
He was really quiet. He's trying to make it.
Oh, when
Yeah.
Austin gets into talking, it's really he's like this. He's like,
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna block the entire table.
Well, there's a reason that you're on the corner.
It's about me.
Every time you talk, I'm like,
Yeah, but the costumes didn't get a lot of screen time in the behind the scenes for a very particular reason.
they were a hassle.
Yes.
Yeah, like I think we'd spend probably like 2 to 4 hours per like suit just getting the color right.
Was it part 2 or 3 that we did the cooking with LOL segment in
Three
the
or
behind the
two.
scenes?
I don't remember.
So
It was all a
We
blur.
put it in, right?
Cyan
Where
for
it was
part
like,
two.
it was cyan for part 2. Okay,
I'm pretty sure.
it's
Actually,
basically.
no, sorry. It might have been. It might. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that.
I thought it was green for part 3.
I thought it was
I
green.
don't think it was.
I
but it
think
might
it's
have been.
I think it's green for
Green
part
was
3.
in 2.
Green
No,
was
no,
in 2.
you might lie
So
green,
it's,
though.
so no. Well,
Rook.
oh yeah, well, maybe
It was
lime.
either cyan in part 2 or lime.
No, we
green in
just
part
we
3.
just did lime for 3.
Yeah.
4.
Rook to bishop 4.
Okay.
Anyways,
Anyway, what I'm saying is that there's a segment in one of our behind the scenes where we go through and it shows us dying. We literally have a giant pot full of hot water.
he said pot.
No, not that at all. No, the way he's like, so there's a behind the scenes clip of all of us dying,
I wish we.
but they're all still here. You
Yeah.
know why? Because death isn't real.
Yeah.
The deep state exists.
Shout out-
Bro, can I just be our Alex Jones? Can I
Shout
have
out
the
to-
most insane
Make
conspiracy
the
theories?
freaking frogs gay.
Turn the frogs gay.
Disclaimer: don't take anything we're anyone's saying seriously.
Yeah.
Except for the die stuff.
If
Someone
it
dies.
even makes it into the podcast.
Honestly, though.
Yeah.
You're the one editing it.
I know, exactly.
This whole thing's gonna get taken down.
I have
Yeah.
so much power here.
Jeff Bezos is gonna come in and be
Hey,
like,
was Brantley really in the podcast,
Yeah,
guys?
Top comment. How come?
Who's that blur on the left side of the screen?
Anytime, hey, the LOL podcast episode 1, except Brantley doesn't exist. Every single time he goes to lean in, the video cuts.
Yeah, top comment. How come whenever Brantley says a word, it cuts?
Just laugh over life replies. What's up, Brantley?
we don't know this man.
Oh my gosh.
Brantley does not exist.
Rit die, gentlemen.
Yes,
Let's
Rit
back
die.
track here.
Yes.
Costumes.
No. It took a long time to dye each costume, so we never even like showed the full process of what that looked like.
Yeah.
But to answer the questions that a lot of people genuinely asked was, how did we make the costumes? We simply bought jumpsuits off Amazon.
Well, that was the thing is actually people weren't asking how we made them, is where we got them.
Yeah,
And then
but
we
no,
were
yeah. The
replying,
thing is,
we had to make them.
we made them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we literally got jumpsuits off of Amazon and then dyed them with Rit dye for
Yeah.
like 4 hours each.
Well, most colors we were able to find on Amazon, like as a
We
coverall.
found 4 total.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
And also a fun fact, now that we're bringing up the dyeing, bloody white from part 1 turned into cyan. We ended up dyeing bloody white blue because we had 2 different costumes.
It was also funny. We decided to make white bloody the day we shot it.
Yeah,
No,
wow, we
on
no
set,
on set.
on
yeah.
set.
Yeah.
I
On
sh-
set.
we, no, because we shot through the entire video,
Yeah,
and I
we
was
had
like,
the blood joke.
"Let's do that joke." Right?
Was it you
Cortland
or
was talking-
Cortland?
Cortland was saying,
So
it'd
Cortland
be-
was like, "Oh, you should make white bloody." So we
Reshot that entire
'cause
sequence.
I was done. I was wrapped.
Yeah.
And then you had me put the costume back on and then smear the blood.
Well, no,
on my
initially
suit.
Sergio, I remember Sergio approached me and was like, "Hey, Austin, we should make his costume bloody for the scene." And I was like, "That's really funny," but I was like, "Do not compromise the whole film." Now I'm like, "You're gonna shoot everything else. We're gonna shoot everything else first, and then we'll come back and bloody up the costume."
Yeah.
That's what we did.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
I was wrapped, and then I put
'Cause,
the
like-
costume back on, and I was in the elevator, and Cortland, a funny story, Cortland was like, "Oh yeah, I work with this stuff all the time. Like, it's not going to stain clothing or anything, and it won't go through the suit because it's like a painter's outfit." He starts smearing it all down me, and I start feeling it stick to my chest. I'm like, it doesn't feel right. So I opened up the thing, and my favorite shirt was all stained. I was like, oh.
That does happen though. Never,
Yeah.
never wear anything you care about on a Laugh Over Life set.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
kind of how
pretty
it
much.
goes.
And that costume wasn't even like, we weren't done shooting all your parts when we shot that, so we had to wait another 2 or 3 days for the next white one to ship
Yeah,
in so that we could finish it.
Yep.
Yeah, we weren't wrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that being said, though, like some of the costumes we didn't have to dye, but the ones that we did have to dye, it was like a really big hassle.
Yeah, like I think it was
Really big.
green was a nightmare because like we tried to get green like legitly like just because they sell green like coveralls for I don't know what job would use a green coverall, but they sell green ones, but they're the darkest like olive green possible, and it just doesn't look cool on camera. And we're like, okay, we need like a bright like almost neon green.
Yeah.
So I think we ended up taking the white one with the blood on it.
Yeah.
Then we dyed it.
It went like 3 different
Yeah, I
colors.
tried to dye it cyan because we needed cyan for the video as well. But the cyan came out like straight up green or like lime green. But I was like, I don't want lime green for this video because I want we already plan on doing a cyan and a green. So we went ahead and we just re-dyed the whole thing green. That took like 2 days,
Yep.
like 2 straight days of just like
Leaving
dyeing stuff, drying it, dyeing stuff, drying
A
it.
lot of dye and frustration.
Like
Yeah.
like when you're like doing math in like school or whatever, and like your teacher gives you this fucking stupid formula, and you're sitting there like trying to do it, and you get it right like maybe 10% of the time. That's what it felt like. Like we would dye the costume, and it like literally just felt like we were not doing it right.
Where it feels
like
like you're getting the problem all the way up until the answer.
Yeah,
it's like,
like-
oh, I get this, and I'm wrong.
Like I remember there was this one point. remember this? There was this point where we were like, okay, like this dye didn't work. Let's use this dye remover on this like what?
Yeah.
Yellow outfit or like blue outfit. What
Yeah,
was
I
it?
bought a fireproof blue cyan one, and it had the craziest chemical reaction in my washing machine.
This thing turned red after we put dye.
It turned
remover on
bright red.
It was fireproof.
It was fireproof. That's the one that's actually green.
Why didn't we do any? Why didn't you guys do fireproof like fire scenes?
Judd wasn't there.
Yeah, dude. Imagine if
true,
we tried to
Judd.
light someone on fire in that
And then
ship
so
in
sick.
the cafeteria.
in the cafeteria.
Oh my God.
gosh.
The guy that owns the cafeteria is a super nice guy.
The
Just
wires
I would
goes-
never.
Shout him out while we're at it.
Shout out to Eli. Eli, if you're watching this, thank you for letting us rent your set like 20 times because it's been really helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
no.
the cool thing about Eli. Yeah,
Dude,
he
Eli
was like-
Eli is crazy because like the thing is like I will like book wrong with this man. I will tell him last second that I want to shoot. I'll like give him unreasonable times, and every single time he's like, "Oh sure, like no problem." And I'm just like, "Wow, you're awesome. Thank you." Like this series wouldn't have happened without Eli. Just saying.
Exactly.
He's the owner of the cafeteria set.
Yes.
By the way.
Yeah.
The set that we do all the button pushing scenes in.
I feel like there was.
the meeting halls and stuff.
Yeah,
the white room.
I feel like
Yeah.
there's got to be something funny that happened like during that entire process.
during what the meeting stuff.
No, just that with that set in general. Like,
We could talk about how we got locked out.
The
that one
door.
day.
Yeah, I was gonna say the door.
did we get locked out?
Yeah, our first
Sergio,
day on the
remember
set.
the door?
I don't
Chick-fil-A?
remember.
How do you not remember that?
Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
did.
Door,
Yeah.
Sergio. The door.
The door. Don't remind me about the door.
Honestly, there's a lot of problems.
I was
There's a lot of
blocking that
things.
out of my memory. banks.
There was these two front doors to the building in downtown LA. He has a building on the 4th floor. He has a set. He doesn't own the building, but in the building he owns a room in the 4th floor. But in order to get in from the street side, you have to go through 2 doors with passwords. And we get into the first door, and then we go to open the second door, and it was okay. Well, keep in mind we had about 4 or 5 people up on the floor already. We were moving our props.
There was 2 of us.
We were moving stuff.
We were. It was you and Lauren.
I was the one that
and we
bought.
were moving props upstairs, and then when Lauren and Sergio were upstairs, me, Austin, and Cortland, Zach, Caitlin, Ryan, we were all in the hallway, and we were coming in, and we got locked in between the first door and the second door, and the second door wouldn't open. We were like, we were calling him, FaceTiming him, and he was literally FaceTiming us from his bed.
Yeah, he's like trying. He's like, "Hey, can you point the camera at the lock? Like, can you make sure you're entering it
Sergio
right?"
ended up coming
Yeah.
from downstairs, and he was on the other side of the door, and we
Still-
were both trying to open it from the other side.
Still
And you know
And
what?
he was
Another
like-
worst part about that whole thing?
What?
You guys had my Chick-fil-A.
Lauren ordered Chick-fil-A for him, me, and Sergio, or her, me, and Sergio.
Yeah.
And I ended up going outside saying I was Sergio to get the food, and then I had it. While Sergio was on the inside of the door, I was on the outside. He was like, it was funny because Eli was like, "Hey, like, give me the number of the guy that's on the inside," and he like FaceTimed you from his
Yeah,
bed.
he FaceTimed me. I don't think we achieved anything.
We didn't get anything. We had to
Yeah,
end up
go
going
the other way.
through the back. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know what's a funny thing? Just now that I realized is like our food delivery is just cursed for that place. Because can we talk about what happened during part 4?
Oh yeah. Well, so during part 4, Lauren ordered Chipotle.
Shout out Chipotle.
Yeah.
and bad reviews for Postmates.
This in no way I'm not bashing Chipotle. In fact, I love Chipotle. So Chipotle,
Oh, yeah.
if anyone who works for Chipotle sees this,
Sponsor us.
sponsor us immediately.
that
So
just a cliche?
basically,
It's not happening.
Just everyone. Just,
yeah,
everyone's gonna-
exactly. Anyway, so long story short, Lauren ordered Chipotle for her, Michelle, Lime Green, you, and that's it. Just
Yeah.
you 3.
Yeah.
And the guy ends up calling Lauren. She didn't see that he called her on her phone. So she was like, "Oh, I missed his call." So she went outside, and he was like, "Oh, I dropped your food at the address you gave me." And I ended up giving her like I saw that the address was wrong. But I was like, "Oh, it's close enough to the building, so it won't matter," because he'll call her when he's outside.
Yeah.
So Lauren missed his call, and Lauren ended up going outside, and he was like, "Oh, I dropped your food off." So she went. I went down with her. We walked all the way down the street to where the food was dropped off, and it was a bag of rice. We're just like, this isn't Chipotle. So we called him, and the guy's like, "Oh no, I dropped off. I know what you dropped off. She's like, oh yeah, like you didn't. This isn't my food. And he was like, yeah, I dropped off your food. And he wasn't saying it was Chipotle, right? Until we mentioned that it was Chipotle, he was like, yeah, I eat at Chipotle all the time. I definitely dropped off a Chipotle bag. And we were like sitting there like arguing with this guy. And he finally was just, Lauren was finally like, okay, everybody makes mistakes. Like whatever, have a good night. And she hung up. And I was like, don't let this go to waste. Like ruin this man's career.
Rate him 1 star.
Yeah, I was like, ruin this man's career. You have the power to leave a review literally saying this guy stole your food because he didn't drop off what you got. So it was like we had the getting locked outside with the Chipotle ordeal, and then we had some guy literally stealing. Oh yeah, Chick-fil-A, and we literally had some guy steal Lauren's food. It was like $40 worth of Chipotle that guy left with.
What about the $70 for pizzas?
Yeah, and then $70 for 4 pizzas happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean food over there in general. It's just, I mean, I guess it's just like LA.
It's cursed. No,
Yeah.
it's cursed.
This is like this entire conversation is like the epitome of first world problems.
I know, right?
Someone stole my Chipotle.
Postmates driver stole my Chipotle.
I couldn't eat
meanwhile,
for 15
some kid,
minutes.
literally, some kids in Africa is like, I hope I'm gonna eat today. Like, man, I hope the warlords don't come through this week. That would fucking suck. And we're like, my fucking Domino's didn't show up on time.
I had to pay like $30 more than I would expect to pay.
Oh, Sergio, like he said, I had to wait 15
to wait
minutes to eat my
15
Chick-fil-A
minutes.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
love this country so goddamn much.
Yeah. America. Yeah, so I mean, like I guess that's with the set. And then yeah, so shooting Among Us and reality show though has like been like pretty, for the most part though, it's like a lot of long nights. Like if you didn't know this, we shoot from like Brantley's sighing
my
because when we filmed part 2, we actually shot, I believe, from
6 p.m.
6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
That was 1 day of shooting.
But that was also excluding the hour of cleanup afterwards. We left there at like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think we left at like 6:30.
We were
like
out
6.
by like 5:30.
Yeah.
No, I swear
No,
we were
no,
there
it was
at
like
6.
It was
Well, because
12 hours.
I remember us saying specifically 12 hours. It was 6 to 6 for sure.
Yeah.
And then we cleaned up.
No, we
don't
were
know.
out of there like even with
'Cause, like,
cleanup by 6
And
6
the
a.m.
thing
the
is
latest.
too is like,
Yeah.
you know me, like I was getting shit ready the whole time that everything was happening. Like, because like typically the way that these videos work is like we'll do all the meeting stuff, and once the meeting stuff's done, we do the interviews. And like when we're at the interview phase, I'm just like, I want to get out of here, especially because on that day we were like overstaying our welcome at the set.
Yeah.
We had reserved it, I believe, till 2 or 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And we stayed an extra like 3-4 hours. So in my head, I'm just like, I don't want to, screw over my friend Eli. So like while Sergio and Jordan and everyone else are doing their interviews, like I did mine first or whatever, and then I just like started picking things up so that by the time we were actually done, it was like, let's just get out of here. So we tend to clean up pretty fast if I'm able to do that. Like that tends to be sort of what I do.
Yeah. Just add that to your things that you do. I
Yeah.
don't clean
Do you
up
want to start
great.
over? Do you want to start your intro over
Yeah.
one more time?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we need
my
to
name
keep-
is Austin. I'm the member left for life that result.
In charge of cleanup.
Yeah.
That's why
cleanup
everything
crew.
gets left behind.
Okay, I don't like that
Yeah.
Sergio's the only one with the mute button.
Hey, do you wanna-
I
do you
didn't
wanna-
mute you. I literally lowered it because you were too loud.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to talk
I'm
about
monitoring this
You
whole
looked
time.
like you were just like you
No,
like.
I'm fixing stuff as it goes.
Okay.
Do we
That's
do we
fair.
want to talk about part 3's vent situation?
I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
Oh yeah,
But-
Brantley didn't even get to experience that.
Yeah,
True.
Brantley, you didn't realize
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
but
It all
Austin-
started
Well-
with me trying to get a ride with Jordan, and Austin didn't tell him
my
that I needed a
God.
ride.
My phone had
So
a glitch.
I had to drive by myself
My phone had a glitch.
all the way to Burbank
See, here's the thing.
when I didn't need to.
Here's the thing, Brantley. Okay, let's see, because they're actually a perfect example of this. So I told Ryan.
You're
that
talking to the mic,
I
bro.
told Ryan that Brantley needs a ride,
Yeah,
and what did Ryan do? Ryan texted Brantley and coordinated with him.
yeah.
These guys wanted the ride from each other.
Don't include me. in
Yeah.
this.
Okay,
You told me-
Sergio,
you told me you'd coordinate with him.
Sergio wanted the ride from Jordan, and
Yeah.
who does Sergio call? Me.
Ghostbusters.
I'm not
Yeah.
even driving. With,
Close.
I'm not even
Exactly.
driving
Close.
with Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm just doing my own thing, trying to figure out my shit. And then Sergio's like, "Oh, I want to ride," and I'm like, "Okay, like
No,
Jordan."
actually, let me preface this. I didn't even call you asking for a ride. I just said I don't think I'm gonna fit in your car, dude.
yeah,
you got so much
And then
props.
and then I said you could probably ride with Jordan, and you're like, "Okay." And then
Why don't you ask him?
And then Sergio didn't ask him. So, I mean, that's just my.
And then you
perspective.
forgot the vent.
See, the vent thing, like I can kind of take responsibility for because it was in my garage at the end of the day.
And then you forgot Cortland's Coffee.
I feel like we're on an episode of Jerry Springer right
This,
now.
Yeah.
this is literally why
Yeah,
I
it feels really
It is
hostile.
not your child.
Yeah, that's Maury. That's definitely Maury.
It's all the same to me.
Yeah,
Um,
it was intentional to put me and Sergio across from each
Drama.
other.
This was my plan, was to get Austin and Sergio across from each other because it's literally going to be a debate.
Drama.
I think that's like
I
you
did
guys
the
are
thing. You did
similar.
The
It's,
thing. I could tell when you sat over there and
it all comes to like it's that run and gun film life, you know.
Yeah.
It's like so run and gun.
you always
everything.
need someone to argue with.
It's a very
No, it's problem solving.
it's a
Yeah.
very director producer relationship. And like
It's-
with that being said, Sergio tends to be the one who is very high thinking, and I tend to be the one that has to kind of like pull him back and be like, no.
hey, do you want to buy this arcade machine for the back of our podcast?
Sergio wanted to buy an arcade machine for the background.
Yeah, I was gonna go
Yo,
right
And
there.
they settled on this.
Yeah. And then we settled on this.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's got an arcade on it.
but
Are we
look
even
at our-
playing
look-
games?
Look at our space right now, though. Where would this arcade machine have gone?
I would have sat on the arcade machine.
Hey,
We should get it.
maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
What
But-
kind of
See,
game were you guys gonna?
We
do?
would have
Which
just
one?
scooted the table.
It was
over
either
and
gonna
put
be
it
like
here.
Tetris or like
See, I
Street
would've
Fighter.
fucked
The one
with
you're looking at
Tetris.
was Pac-Man.
I would've
Pac-Man,
fucked-
Street
I
Fighter.
would fuck with Tetris.
Street
I'm a-
Fighter would be dope.
I'm a great
Yeah.
Tetris player.
But which led me to what I wanted to say next
Yeah.
is are we thinking about doing a part 5? Like where do we stand on this Among
We
Us
are
content?
thinking about it,
Yeah.
but we're not
And
planning on it.
I think one
right
of,
now.
I think one of the big things when it comes to something like this Among Us series is that like it felt like doing that first one obviously took a little bit of like creativity and stuff like that. But once we kind of established what the series looked like with that first episode, it like everything else from then on for the most part was like really just I don't know what's happening behind me. I'm just gonna keep talking. Everything that happened afterwards for the most part was very like natural. Like you know, like it wasn't like
Riley.
it wasn't like we had to sit there and hardcore think about things. Am I muted?
no,
No.
I have not touched the mute button
Okay.
since. I
I don't think
just-
any of us are listening.
I feel like that kid in high school right now who like raised his hand and everyone behind me is laughing. Anyways, so I hate it.
Just go,
I'm gonna
Austin.
keep talking. I'm gonna
Austin,
keep talking.
You're really bad at telling stories.
You guys are really bad
All
at
right,
listening to
all
stories.
right, I'm just gonna take over for Rawson. Part 5 is a maybe.
Yeah,
Wow, look at that.
Is
that was
what
pretty
it is?
easy. That was pretty easy.
You guys just
Yeah.
don't want me to talk. Okay.
literally what
I'm gonna say
saying.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say 75% no. So Among Us started as you realize that when one of us is talking, you guys are fucking around with the
We're
mic.
not
It's-
saying anything.
I know you're not saying
It sounds
anything,
like an
but
avalanche
This
touchdown.
is definitely
Yeah.
being registered. It's put
you
on
not
Sergio's
see-
I do.
headphones.
Anytime it moves, I
Did
can
you
hear
not
it,
see
but-
Sergio
So
jump?
it's cutting off our voice.
I'm
Yeah.
not trying to move it. That's the thing.
Okay, then stop moving.
Just stop cutting off
Anyway,
his voice.
long
Brantley.
story short.
Jordan angry.
Yeah. Among Us started as a fun project. Part 1 and 2 were excellent. And then 3 was kind of like, all right, this should be the last one. Then 4 was like, oh, okay, we're doing it. And it's like, it's always fun doing series like that because the fans love it. But when the fans are demanding it and we're sitting there like, oh, we have to give it to them, but we don't necessarily really want to make it, that's when we tend to cut a series. Like Fubney versus Fortnite. Fortnite versus PUBG was originally going to only be 3 episodes. It was originally only
Yeah,
going to
that's
be 2.
really one.
Well, when we posted 1, you wanted to make part 2 to do it your way because I remember
Yeah.
you almost didn't post part 1.
Yeah.
And then when we posted part 1, because I remember it was you were like yes, he was no, and I was the one who like we made the video, post it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I will only post it if we can make a part 2.
I was like,
Yeah,
So-
with the way that it should be.
Yeah, so then part 2 was posted, and then we're like, okay, we have to make a part 3. And then me and Austin were very much like, all right, it should end at 3 because we're running out of ideas. And Sergio was like, let's run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think-
we wrote a story, but it kind of dragged on a little bit.
I think that's the important thing though when it comes to these series, and this is what I was trying to say before I got rudely interrupted, is that like when it comes to like a lot of these series, like part of what keeps us going with it is that like there's continuous like new ideas. Like for Among Us, Among Us a reality show, like there's like a lot of things that we had in our head going into these videos that it was like, oh, like that would be really funny to portray. And like as we're getting to the end here, like with part 4 coming out, for example, part 4 we kind of felt like we were starting to get to the point where it was like, okay, like these are kind of all the ideas we have. Like there's no
We
more.
were scraping the bottom of the
Yeah,
yeah,
barrel.
we're
we're,
scraping the
we're
bottom of the
running
barrel.
out of ideas. It's pretty obvious.
So with that being said though, like unless we have a lot of like random inspiration, part 5 probably isn't going to happen.
And it's not that it wouldn't have it. It's just if we did make it, it'd be boring.
I think the best way to put it is that if your favorite series stops happening, just know that it's because we took it as far as we feel like we can go, and it's ending on a good note.
The creator took it as far as they're comfortable going.
Like we
with
don't
it.
want this to be like like Fast and Furious 9, where like we're just sitting here like, why is this still a thing?
What's the only thing we can touch on? Space.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
taking
Blue-
cars to space is only something that
No,
Elon Musk
we're gonna
can
give
do.
Blue his own spin-off series.
Yeah.
Blue's gonna start crashing
But
tanks
see,
into
something
shit.
like that, I would
He's gonna be a
say isn't the
detective.
series anymore.
Yeah.
Blue, we'll give him a detective show. We can call it Blue's Clues. I think that's original,
That is
right?
amazing.
We should
That's
copyright
so original.
Yeah. Let's.
Let's copyright that right
Why
now.
is it hasn't? Why has it
Why
not been
hasn't
done
that
yet?
happened yet? Exactly.
Why is it not? Yeah.
Yeah, Blue's Clues, dude. Do you know what? You can have a sidekick. It could be like a dog or something.
He's really.
Also be blue.
Yeah. Wait. Well, just
Yeah,
make
we'll
the
just
dog's
rename
name Blue.
Yeah, we'll just name the dog Blue. That's so interesting. I think people would love that. We can aim it towards children.
And there can be different segments, like when you're opening up like letters and stuff.
Yeah.
Mail time.
Okay.
Lost it.
this bit is
Yeah,
gone too
we're
far.
gonna- yeah, it's
you
kinda
get,
shitty
You
bit.
get mail, and you could sing a song about wondering where it's from.
This biddy is a bit shitty.
Yeah,
so
but as far
let's
as
move on.
the idea of the future Among Us videos go, it really comes down to if there's any random stupid ideas that we come up with that we can just throw into a video. Because like Austin said, we kind of hit the bottom of the barrel with this one, and until we can kind of come up with more, it might just take a little longer, or it
Yeah.
might be one of
So-
those things we have to
so-
put on the back burner.
Go watch part 4 again, and that's bottom of the barrel for us.
And the thing is too is like,
It's pretty good. It's pretty good for bottom of the barrel.
and I think something else important to note is that if the people love it, then we're going to keep making it. So
Exactly.
If if part 4 gets like 10 million views, we will make a part 5.
Yeah.
If it gets like 1,000 views, we're not gonna make a part 5. Probably.
there's a reason why there's no Fortnite vs Warzone part 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at Fortnite vs Warzone when it came out, and then look at the Among Us in a reality show. That's why it got a sequel.
Yeah.
I think we like the idea of quit while you're ahead.
Quit while you're ahead. Exactly.
Quit while
exactly.
you're ahead.
Like I don't want to be that series where it's like, oh, like they went on for too long and sold out. I want it to be that series where it's like, dang, I kind of wish they made more, but that also ended very solidly.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I
think
think
that's
that's what
always better.
I think we kind of did that with Fortnite vs PUBG, like to a degree.
Yeah, I think people who stood by all 6 parts genuinely felt like it was a good
Yeah,
ending.
and it had closure. Like
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
something
we
that
made
we went
closure.
in.
We went out of our way for
That's
closure.
kind of the
guys.
issue with this is we don't have
way to
closure.
closure,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's like
Super
a
cut.
It just keeps
a super cut.
because,
The
like,
Fortnite vs PUBG supercut
Well,
with the anime intro. I'm
I think
telling
a-
you, I want to do it so bad.
Yo, that'd be sick.
This is the first
I
time we've
hate
ever
you.
heard you say you want to do that.
I am fuming right now with Jordan.
Yeah, we've been
so
trying.
tight.
We've been trying to push this on him for 2 years now.
Picture this. Fortnite vs PUBG supercut. All the episodes combined. It's just we would make an anime intro in the beginning.
And an
with all the
anime
characters.
outro.
And an anime outro.
And Jordan has
I think
always
that's one
been
of my-
damn against it.
I think that's one of my best ideas to
Always.
date.
And a very, very mini sequence with Vlad introducing him because that didn't happen properly.
Jordan has always been against this idea. I just want to make it a known fact.
I just don't want you guys to taint anime and anime intros.
Is that why?
I don't want you to ruin
Dude,
them.
I
Sam
had-
can
I
back
ha-
me up on that, dude. Ask
just
Sam.
Asian. He
Dude,
can do it.
no, my
ask
plan-
Sam,
Doesn't mean it's
Sam,
gonna be
I don't think
good.
I don't think Sam
No,
would
my
like it.
plan was so good, dude.
It was
I
great.
was literally going to buy music that was like that, like J Rock, like that you would hear in like
Yeah,
an animation,
yeah, like-
and then hire someone on Fiverr to sing it
Yeah.
in Japanese.
And were we gonna have it to where the lyrics didn't match? Like
Well,
the
like, they
lyrics.
kind of
yeah, I'd
it
want it
would
to
be
be
like-
stuff about like
we would-
running for the moon.
No,
Yeah,
what
exactly.
I'm saying is though, you would put that, but then we'd have him sing about completely like.
Not necessarily. I think more
Off
so what it is
things.
like just the cliche type of shonen. Was that what they called?
Shonen.
Shonen anime
Yeah.
like type music where it's like you said Rocky and it has like these really cliche lyrics of like fight for the sun. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But it would have been great.
Space, the final frontier.
There were so many shot ideas, like Michelle holding her hand to the light, or Jordan running in the field.
Yeah,
hate
Jordan
it
running
so
in a
much.
field of grass with the
Oh
camera
my
droning in
The-
above him.
the shot of like player unknown just sitting there in the
Yeah,
corner,
and with the
you
light-
have
the
light
dark-
go past him,
the light,
exactly.
yeah.
And you see like the it covers parts of his face and like it goes past him.
Yes.
There's
Okay,
so
okay,
many
Bradley,
shots.
let me ask you
I
this.
literally could see it in my head.
Have you seen our Fortnite vs PUBG series?
I think I've watched like one of
You
them.
could say no, yeah.
From what
You
from
could
what
say- you could
have
say
seen,
no.
Is this something you would watch?
Like a
An anime
supercut of
intro
it?
for it, with the supercut.
Dude, fuck yes.
Okay, so it's like you don't know about the anime intro until you click on the supercut. So you're like, oh, the supercut.
Yeah,
And
you
you
better.
click on it, and it has this really
Bro,
interesting
it
anime intro.
blows out of your mind. You're like, oh my god, it has anime supercut. Dude, I would love that for sure. Like, I'm already a big anime nut. Like, I love all that nerdy shit.
I would
so,
love
like,
it to have like an SAO vibe.
Oh
Like,
my
the
gosh.
SAO intro
Yeah.
kicks it.
See,
It's
you
so
would have
good.
loved it, but you didn't, and we didn't do it. So
We can always do it.
you literally have all the footage still. You can literally do it anytime you want.
Half of those costs. Well, no, we would have to shoot parts. For the
At
intro,
this
though.
point, I would say we would.
No, that's why you animate it. Have someone.
Oh, true. That'd be
Dang.
funny.
True. At
That
this point,
would-
Bro,
that'd be
that's
good.
the only way I saw it. You don't have it like have someone
we-
animate
We
it.
wanted to be in person with like
No. You want it to be animated. That way it looks like an actual like anime setup.
What we could do is we could film it and then pay a couple people to animate portions of it.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of blue balling them? Like they
Yeah.
see this awesome
Yeah,
anime
no, that's
intro,
exactly
and then
what
it cuts to this
And then it
real
cuts
life
to
thing.
Jordan's face. Like,
Well, no, you upload one of each.
Like, what
You-
just happened?
You film the original and say, hey, we paid people on Fiverr to recreate this as an anime intro, and then we play the anime intro, and it's so much better.
Bro, no, you just have the anime intro itself, then you cut to your guys' ugly asses running around in
Yeah,
uniforms.
like the point we're making is like, wow, look at these vibrant and colorful characters, and then it shows us, and it's just
Just
like
in a
oh.
field. Yo, I think it's a dope concept. I actually really fuck with that.
I think in general, just making the anime intro would have been funny. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Regardless,
yeah,
that,
it's like quite a tangent. So
where did we come from?
where do we go?
Where did we come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I knew it. I saw how
I
that
knew
was
somebody would continue.
Where
it,
do
yeah.
we come from? Let's talk about that existentialism.
I'll tell you where I come from. My daddy's ball sack.
That's crazy. I came from mine.
Amen.
Me
going. You came from
too.
your own ball sack.
I said my dad is.
He said mine. He's like
mine.
I came,
Like
so. Okay,
he said
so
his
let's go
dad
into
is.
a grammatical error.
Yeah, this is a
I came
pronoun.
from my daddy's ball sack. I came from mine.
If we're playing the pronoun game, it kind of makes sense.
It's just coming.
That's
from
such an
someone
LA thing to say.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that?
Get my pronouns correct, please.
No, that's a little different.
had to
My podcast is just gonna be called Straight Outta Compton, and that's gonna be it. It's just
Dude,
gonna be.
honestly, that's a good
makes
idea.
sense,
That's
though.
amazing.
That
Dude,
makes sense,
honestly,
though.
it's
that's a
just
good
gonna be
idea.
just the craziest shit.
Yeah.
Straight out of
Yeah,
Compton.
everyone
Do
just
it.
you have to shotgun a Four Loko at the start, and
Oh
then
my
we
God.
go for like 2 hours.
Race to finish it, and whoever doesn't finish it first has to drink a second one.
That's just yes. And then the other guy has to drink like a coffee.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, all right, Straight Outta Compton. No one can take
Shout
it.
out to Straight Outta Compton.
Go
while we're
subscribe
at
to
it.
Straight Outta
Shout out to podcast that does exist.
Hey man, we've been shouting out so many things. You might as well mix
Yeah.
it up with something.
Dude, I'm
that
telling you,
doesn't
dude.
exist.
I'm thinking right now the first title or the name for this first episode: plugs on plugs on plugs. Dude,
And
so
Among Us.
many shout outs.
And Among Us.
and,
Among
and
Us-
some Among Us content
Among
sprinkled
Us
in.
and every other thing you could possibly think of. It's very cool.
That one comment on the behind the scenes part one, dude. That top comment on behind the scenes part one, where the guy's like, "It looks like you guys are really fun to hang out with in real life, and it looks like you guys have so much fun making these, and
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
real thing."
Yeah, we get a lot of comments like that. Yeah.
But that's like the top comment on the first behind the scenes. It's like hearted. It's
Yeah.
at the top. It has the most likes. It's
But-
like that is literally what we are like.
yeah. But from the standpoint of like our main channel, at least, obviously the behind the scenes remedies this a lot, and that's why we get comments like that. Like we talk about this all the time. Is like our channel is really hard when it comes to like getting a personable sort of image out because like, you know, for example, you were in part 2, like. But like when you look at your character in part 2, you were a purple astronaut with a fedora on.
I was gonna say, were you really in part 2 or was purple in part 2?
Yeah,
That's
like
the thing.
like these characters tend to be so detached from like what we actually are, to the point not even just physically but also just like
Wait, he's actually not British?
yeah, exactly, like
oh yeah.
like
I've been doing an accent the whole time.
You should have started the podcast with
yeah,
the
honestly,
accent.
you should just
Just
be
come on, like,
comfortable.
how we doing, boys? Hello.
Yeah.
Where
Here,
we
here,
dropping?
Say 2 sentences and I'll put it at the very beginning before we start the podcast.
We'll just
As
insert
a
it,
teaser.
it'll punch
Yeah,
in.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, boys? How we doing? Thanks for having me on today. It's been a little fun.
There we
Thanks,
go.
thanks.
Perfect. You'll see that at the
Boom.
very beginning of the podcast.
And then it'll be like, hey, what's up, motherfuckers?
Wait, who was that? Who was this asshole?
Who was that guy?
Yeah, no, but like realistically though, like it's hard to like give ourselves that sort of time and ability on the main channel because like we're playing a role straight up. Like obviously we're playing a role. We're
There's
in
a
a costume.
narrative at stake.
Yeah, like, and we were talking about the idea of like, you know, getting recognized or whatever earlier, and it's like the reality is like we won't get recognized because we won't get recognized
'Cause we
as
got
ourselves.
astronaut helmets on.
We're gonna get recognized as our characters we're portraying,
Yeah.
and that's always been like a big struggle. Like when you compare yourselves to other YouTubers, at least, is like,
Yeah.
you know, like you look at anyone else you guys were naming, like Joe Rogan or whatever, for example, like they're not like behind a costume per se, like they're not making like they're not really on like having an act. It's more so just like, you know, that's like their image.
Yeah, at VidCon I got called sharpshooter like 3 times.
Exactly, yeah,
Someone's like,
that's
"You
what I
suck
remember
at
that.
sniping."
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, they know my character."
Yeah.
and that's all they know me
And
by.
but the thing is, like, that's still crazy that they know the
That's
character.
hilarious. Yeah.
Remember when I signed that kid's shirt?
Yes.
You remember that?
But like the point that I'm trying to make though is like, you know, these people identify with these characters a lot, but like it's hard to branch it into like identifying with us as people and like us as our personalities and whatever. And that's where like things like the behind the scenes come into play because like he said, like no one would know like how, you know, the kind of jokes that we cracked or like, you know, the kind of things that we went through on that set like without watching that. Like otherwise, it's just kind of a surface level like scripted thing, and it's like it's enjoyable to watch, but it's not like a thing you could identify with the creators on like a super deep level with.
But
Yeah.
then again, at the end of the day, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like it's two completely separate things.
yeah,
Like
definitely.
like you're gonna play a part no matter what. Like you guys, no matter what you guys say, at the end of the day, you are all actors.
Yeah.
You created this channel. You started it yourselves. You guys are actors. Whether however good you think you are or not, you guys have got almost 700,000 subscribers from shooting and acting in your own shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you guys are actors.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, but at the end of the day, you are playing a part. So it'd be silly to think, oh, people don't know me for who I am. They know me as this character. Like at the end of the day, like people are going to relate to the character more.
Yeah.
Like most people, they will see, a lot of people will see Johnny Depp and most of the time they'll go, oh, it's Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
They won't know him for the countless of other amazing roles he's done.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
And
know
the
what's actually
same thing is
kind
going to happen to so many other Marvel actors or any other guys that play a big role. And that's going to happen to all of you guys, like Sharpshooter, like Mario, fucking whatever. Like people will always know you for a certain role to an extent.
I wouldn't necessarily say Austin plays Mario. I wouldn't go that far.
No, I'm saying, but like,
Mario plays Austin.
right.
No, it's just like Austin's not. Well, I mean, Austin's known for Mario, but is he really?
No, I'm
do
just,
it.
I'm just
Don't
using it as
do
an,
it.
I'm just using it as an
No, I see where
example.
he's going. No.
I actually don't know where he's going.
He's going for a particular other video, probably.
I'm just using it as an example, but like, it'd be silly to try and think of like, oh, I wish people knew me more as a person. Obviously, we want to connect with our people more like that, but like that's gonna come.
I think it's an
Yeah.
equal share of both.
Yeah.
It's gonna come.
Yeah, but
Like-
I guess the point I'm trying to make is like things like the behind the scenes, things like the podcast, kind of like make that process. More
bridges the
seamless.
gap a
Yeah,
little
like
bit.
it makes it more seamless for that audience because like then it's like they find us through our skits, and then it's like okay, like I'm gonna watch behind the scenes, and then behind the scenes they see like okay, like Sergio tends to be like this, Jordan tends to be like this, like, and I know their names now. I don't just know them by characters, and it's
Yeah.
like it kind of bridges that gap a
Well,
little bit more.
there's a crazy phenomenon that like influencers go through. That's kind
Imposter
of
syndrome.
Yeah, well, and I wouldn't call it because imposter syndrome more like not knowing how you got to where you are and kind of questioning the legitimacy of it.
Isn't that what
It's
Alpharand does?
It's imposter syndrome. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what imposter syndrome is. Something that influencers will get though is that they will feel like they are not the characters that people are
Oh, definitely. I see what you're
like appreciating them for
Yeah.
because theoretically when anytime you see
Like,
an influencer
kinda
on
like
like
a Logan Paul or
Instagram,
something, for
yeah,
example.
if you see someone on Instagram, if you see someone in a vlog, if you see someone
they're playing an act technically.
no, they're essentially editing their life in a very different way than they live it. They're only showing you a highlight reel.
Yeah.
So the thing is that you're only seeing very specific moments in their life. And the same thing kind of goes with us and behind the scenes. Like it's edited in a way to be
Only the nice parts are shown.
yeah, only show those parts. But
Yeah.
the thing is that that person that you're watching is such a dynamic and very
Unique person.
yeah, they have a lot more than what you just see.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you'll see, actual influencers kind of go through that phase where they're like, oh, like, am I actually truly being appreciated for who I am? Or is it just the character that people see
You're
me
editing,
as?
You're editing essentially.
Yeah. So that's kind of a hard thing, especially in the internet realm, is
Definitely.
like trying to find out where that genuine
Like
is.
where that line
yeah.
is. Mhm.
I think a lot of that comes from insecurity.
Yeah.
Like you just not knowing who you are enough. Because at the end of like, it's one of those things of like, if you have enough confidence in something, nothing anyone tells you can dissuade you otherwise.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, if someone was like, the sky is green, I'd go, no, it's not. Because I know it's blue.
Yeah.
If someone tells you something about yourself that you know is not true, and you go, no, it's not.
Yeah.
If you can't think something wrong, you can't think something about yourself that isn't true. If you know it, if you know like these, I'm not saying it clearly, but like,
I get what you're saying. Like, you have to have the confidence to like understand the falsehood.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it just it's security in yourself. That's
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
is. Like,
Like
you can't think of like, oh, I'm a fake, I'm an imposter. If you do these things, if you just live your life or
Yeah.
put out a version of yourself that's, I'm not wording it the right way, but like,
I understand.
Yeah, I see what you're coming from.
Yeah,
and I think another part of where there's a flaw in that logic itself that is kind of hard to understand unless you're in that shoe is that you're only identifying with that if you put the value in yourself as that influencer. Like you're associating the value of you
You're something outside
with
of it, though, yeah.
yeah, with that's the version of you that you see on screen. And that's kind of where that divide becomes an issue is when majority of your life interactions kind of happen because of that exact thing. There's a blurred line. And I think like I think it might have been Shane Dawson was trying to like look more into that when he was doing like the Jake Paul stuff and the whole sociopath thing.
Yeah,
Like-
it was a very mental thing. He was
Yeah,
starting to
because it was like
experiment
this
with
idea of like, is this person even like
who they say they are.
no, do they even know who they are anymore? Because they've set up this version of themselves on the internet that everyone sees, and they can't break that character. They have become that character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who became really like
That's
that is
fair.
Belle Delphine.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
but the thing is that it's kind of a weird thing because like you can't really put yourself in the shoes
Yeah.
until you encounter a situation where you're kind of forced to live that way.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy to think, but it's like
Yeah.
also one of those things where it's like, thank God I'm not in that position right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also interesting
like-
too because
yeah.
like if you think about it, like if you're in a certain position with like that content or whatever, for example, like because for example, like let's just say for whatever reason, like Jake Paul or whoever decided to have like a very big change in heart in like their lifestyle. Like that's something that could actually directly affect like his ability to be doing what he's doing. Like I feel like there's like significant pressure probably on someone in that position because like they kind of are being shown like, hey, like this is how the audience likes you, and you need to be this way, whether or not it's actually like a healthy way or a way that you want to do it. Like
Yeah.
like when you look at like Joji for example, like Filthy Frank, like everyone wanted Filthy Frank, and like correct me if I'm wrong, but he got backlash for doing the music thing a little
He
bit.
was
at first.
literally like, no, this is not who I want to be. This is what I want to be. And he
Exactly,
started
but
pushing
that
on his
takes
music.
No,
so
yeah,
much
there was a
respect,
point
though.
where he posted a video while he was still doing like Pink Eye stuff, where he basically came out clean saying that like he had to stop doing it.
His like voice.
Yeah, because he said his voice was getting fucked up, and he was having like a literal like
like an identity crisis.
no, like there was actually something like
No, it was like mental. It
no,
was
there's
like physically.
there was a physical illness that was being caused that was like causing brain problems.
like he had to stop. He
Yeah.
actually
a vocal
had
thing
to
or like
stop.
an actual mental thing?
Well, the voice.
no,
was
like I
all-
think it was like
It might have been lymph nodes, like for his.
I could be wrong, but it might have been seizures. Like I think he
I
had a
think that sounds
seizure at
familiar,
one
but-
point because like he was trying
But-
to he was doing yeah.
But point is though, is like I think he's a good person to analyze when you talk about this because like at the end of the day, like he was portraying this really like grody character,
unique character.
really unique character, like
Yeah.
like really like grody, like strain on the voice, whatever, like just known as like the trashiest filth you can find on the internet,
No,
like
just aggressive as shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
in like a comedic way, obviously, but like that's not the point though. The point that I'm trying to make though is like there was definitely wasn't something that happened overnight with him. Like he probably had that thought like festering inside of him for like
Or
the
it's just
longest
honestly
time.
probably a way he's acted for a majority of his life prior to Filthy Frank.
It was
No.
literally
Did he literally
he
come up with
made
the
one
persona?
no he made one video and it did really well and he just kept
continued.
rolling with it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but like my
That
point,
makes sense.
My point is though is like that's audience pressure, and like the thing is like if you're in that, and like I think that could apply to like a lot of different types of creators and stuff
like
like,
our
that.
Among
It's
Us series.
yeah, like I mean, well, no, technically to some extent, technically,
Part
I mean,
7
I wouldn't say
coming
that I wouldn't say that
Okay.
we're pressured to do it, but like if these videos were consistently getting 10 million views, we probably would keep doing it.
Yeah.
But like I guess what I'm trying to say though is like it gets to a point eventually where you start to kind of think about like, am I doing this for myself or am I doing it for the audience? And then once you kind of answer that tough question, you have to make a choice. Like, do you continue doing this or do you not continue doing this? And like,
Yeah.
I think from the standpoint of someone like Filthy Frank who realizes that they're doing it for their audience and not for themselves, that is a really tough like decision, scary decision to like forsake your entire audience and say, hey, like I'm gonna become a music creator.
Yeah.
And,
well,
like-
I mean, and he kind of started planting the seeds early on.
Yeah,
Like,
but like my point is though is like respect to him for like coming past that, but like also respect to him for like actually being successful in that. But like I don't think a lot of creators necessarily like are as capable of that though. Like I mean I think it obviously depends, but like
yeah.
You know,
I mean,
like-
Annoying Orange is still making videos.
exactly. But-
Bro, shout out to that dude. Like,
Yeah.
he's been making videos since I was in like middle school, bro.
Yeah.
And
What's
he's
his name again?
The
I don't know the name of the actual
guy.
guy.
Banana, remember?
It's
I
not
forget his name.
Tobuscus, is it?
No.
No, no,
It's
Bro,
Toby
Tabuscus
Turner?
is old, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Toby Turner's channel name? I can't remember.
Tobuscus.
It's not Tobuscus.
Toby
It's-
Turner is Tobuscus.
It's something along those
So
lines.
who,
Yeah,
who
I'm
made the
pretty
Annoying
sure.
Orange?
Oh, Annoying Orange is a
Completely
completely
different
different dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
just remember-
can't
well, I
remember.
just
Isn't he a
remember we got-
British? Isn't he like a Canadian guy or a
Well,
British
no,
guy or something?
Austin literally had him sign a banana.
Like
Yeah, because we were trying to do pranks when we first started.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
but
funny.
like we did that, and then he put it on his Instagram too. He's like, "Oh, this is funny."
Yeah.
But anyways,
I'll figure it out. Give me a
dude,
second.
no. Speaking of old things though, like, know what I didn't realize they still made is Charlie the Unicorn.
What?
It popped up in my
No, they
recommend.
do not
Me
still
and-
make
me and-
those.
me and-
There's
No, he's
no
not.
what?
Yes, they
He's
do.
not. I don't think he's making Charlie the Unicorn. I think he's making other animations,
No, it's
but the
oh,
same
maybe.
creator.
No,
the
it's
same
no, it's-
creator
there's
is still
no-
making
Straight up,
content.
it's
What
Charlie
are they
the
on, like,
Unicorn.
episode
Look it
of
up.
It's gotta be the voice.
950?
Look it up. Straight up Charlie the Unicorn.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Like he's making
Charlie
brand
the
new
Unicorn.
Charlie
Yes,
the Unicorn.
I
content.
watched part of it. It features Charlie the Unicorn.
Okay,
and like a lot
features
of other-
Featuring.
Well, no, it's called Charlie the Unicorn though.
I don't.
I wouldn't have clicked it if it wasn't Charlie the Unicorn.
Bro, I remember looking up those videos like maybe a year ago, and like I couldn't find anything but the name.
Dane Bow.
Dane Bow.
Dane Bow is the creator
okay, Dane
of.
Bow.
Bro, he's got to be
Annoying Orange.
worth $100 million at this point.
He's probably had a movie.
Annoying Orange.
Yeah, he's had multiple.
He's at a Cartoon Network show.
Yeah,
like
I think
oh
he
my
made
God.
a lot
he's
of
got to be at least
merchandising.
worth $100 million.
Merchandising, I think, for
Because
sure.
all of his
20
stuff.
million.
There's no
20
way
million.
he's
That
only
sounds
worth
about
20
right.
million.
That sounds
He has an
Right.
estimated net worth of 20 million. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Estimated.
like, yeah.
Bro, but
Could be
like,
more.
he's been on YouTube alone for like 10
Dude,
years.
Millionaire is good
Yeah.
enough for me.
But to be fair though, that content isn't really like as much as Prime. And I feel like when he was big, YouTube
Doesn't
wasn't
matter,
as-
bro. You go
Content
back
is
to-
very niche.
YouTube
Oh yeah,
wasn't
I know, but
super,
still, like you go
super
back to
niche.
his first videos, bro. They
No, definitely.
have to have at least 100 million views.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
but
yeah.
that doesn't
But I
translate
think-
to $100 million.
Well, I think what's
over
I
time.
know, but still, ad revenue on that alone is
I think what's
crazy.
important-
good, yeah.
What's important to consider though is like what was the state of YouTube when he was making that content and when it was viral? Because like YouTube's monetary system kind of,
Escalated a lot.
wasn't necessarily where it was like in for example 2008 or whatever.
You're hella quiet for some reason.
I got closer.
There you go.
Yeah, because like YouTube's monetary system wasn't exactly where it was like when he was making those videos. I'm assuming it was like what 2005, somewhere around there probably.
I feel like
2004.
2005 is when YouTube started.
Do I have to pull out my phone again?
True. My point is though,
Who's
is
gonna be
like,
who's gonna be your guys' fact checker?
Fact checker.
Yeah.
You guys need to have your own Jamie. You
My
guys have your
point-
guy.
my point is
Bro.
though is like I'm fairly
Zach,
certain.
Zach, you want to? We have Zach, our behind the scenes guy behind the camera.
that'd be
Zach,
sick
do you
as
want to check
fuck.
Do you want to check the what was it, the monetary worth of YouTube?
I-
No. When was the what was the year the Annoying Orange's first video was published?
Yeah, no, that's what you guys need to have. You guys need to have-
Austin said 2005.
That might be a
I want to
loaded-
hear the
well,
actual
that might be
year.
a loaded
No,
question.
No, don't back off.
I'd say like 2008.
But
I'm
no.
gonna say like 2008, 2010.
my question.
range.
Well, my
2000.
point.
2009.
That's close. That's
Okay.
close.
Okay,
That's close.
okay,
Okay.
but my point I was trying to make though is like where was YouTube's AdSense program at that time is the question I was trying to make, because like for example, like for all we know that system was still very primitive, and then like his video went viral and it didn't really matter, but then it became more of a staple later.
I think the partner program started in like 2008 or 2009.
Yeah.
Every single one of his videos blew up
Who
though.
was it? Who are we talking about?
Annoying Orange.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Every single one of his videos blew up.
They did pretty good.
Every
Yeah.
single one.
It was like the Coco Melon of back then.
Coco Melon.
What?
It's if you go on Social Blade, Coco Melon's like one of the top YouTube channels globally, and it's like all they make is like,
like a T-series
young
type
children
thing.
Yeah.
content. It's not necessarily a T-series.
I'm just saying
thing.
like they're the giant like
yeah,
I get you.
It's a network.
extremely large. Have you ever seen those like Russian twins?
Oh, it's like one of those types of.
If you go on Social
El-
Blade
Elsa and
and rank,
Spider-Man.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
go on Social Blade and rank by top globally, there's like these two Russian twins, and their content is really like eerie. Like it's like obviously aimed toward children, and the parents are really interesting people.
It's like uncanny though.
But it's like you can tell that these kids are forced to do these certain situations that the parents are putting them in for the sake of the channel.
Oh God.
That's like not a way to raise
It's
your
like
kids.
what was that channel, Family of Five or whatever?
It's something like that. It's something along the lines of like
Yeah,
the
but were they
parents know
beating their
what's
kids?
there's something. The parents are like they know what does well, so they put these kids in situations where they're like,
Yeah, like-
racing race cars, and one of the cars flips, and the kid's like, oh no, and it's like obviously the kids like that's what kids want to see. So
Be sad for the camera.
dude, these people are making so much money off their kids.
Well, it's
Yeah.
hard to say nowadays because I know like ever since that one channel, like they're pretty hesitant when it comes to like the family kid content nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've really
It's
really.
a
It's a very
tightness.
interesting.
Wasn't it
standing
the
point.
one channel where like the family did like a bunch of pranks?
Yeah, it's like it was called like Family of Five or something like that. But
But,
like,
like the kids were getting like emotionally abused. or
yeah,
something
well, like
that.
it was
Yeah.
like it was like basically the situation where like a
It's
lot
a very touchy subject.
like viewers were like looking at the videos and like noticing, for example, like oh like there's marks on his arms, or like oh like in this situation he acted this way, and like that's a really big sign of like mental abuse, and like
Right.
like so like it's just like
it was that white family in the Midwest,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
honestly have no
I
idea. I've
think,
never
I
heard
think
of
you're
this.
thinking of a different guy.
I've
No,
never-
no, I
I've
think-
never
no,
heard of
it was a husband and wife.
No, I'm
and
pretty
then
sure
like
You're thinking of
two or
Roman
three-
Atwood.
No, he's thinking of the same people.
I think so.
Roman Atwood, you would think you would know who
Midwest pranks, kids, married.
No, but it was
Middle of the
a
United States. I guess it was Roman Atwood.
Ah.
Yeah,
no,
couldn't
no,
be
it
anyone
was a
else.
family.
No,
it
he's
was
right,
it was
Midwest.
two it was two parents and then
Like three or
like
four
three.
kids.
Was it three or
It
four?
was
I
like
thought it
three or
was
four. It was quite a bit.
it was like 2 or 3
Well,
kids.
you guys are
family of
describing
five, I
it,
assume
Roman
it's 3
Atwood.
kids.
No, I'm
So
pretty.
you're
sure.
thinking of Daddy of Five.
Yeah, Daddy Five is one thing.
No, that's
yeah.
me.
Don't get me started.
Oh my
I'm
God.
so
Started on
I'm
that.
so
Don't get me
I'm
started.
so sick of myself.
Yeah, purple sus.
Purple's mad sus.
Yeah.
He's a little sus. He's dangerous, mate. He's dangerous,
How
mate.
does that sound on the headset search?
It sounds exactly like it did in the video.
Yeah.
Bro, Sergio's just like, yeah, say it again.
Yeah.
You want
honestly.
to go ahead and get his lines for the ADR?
Yeah, I might just want to do it one more
Bro, why
time.
didn't we do it on this? Like, just record all my ADR on this.
I don't know.
Saying.
Bro.
Consistency.
That's what I was saying.
No, you know what he wants? He wants to hold that big fuzzy fucking boom mic
Yeah.
in my face and go, "Can you say it again?"
It's actually a shotgun mic, all right. So it's not on a
Shotgun
stick.
mic.
So I don't really know who got you
Nah.
your. I thought you were an
It's
actor.
specifically for consistency, just so I can take
Yeah.
it wherever we need to take it to get audio.
Yeah. Well, it's just like we don't want some of the audio to sound like a certain way than other audio not. You know?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Unless it's one shot on an iPhone, that's fine.
Yeah.
Or two,
Like a last minute desperate.
two lines on his iPhone.
How you hanging in there, Ryan?
Yeah.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Doing
Ryan.
good.
Ryan. I think ground control to Major Tom isn't really getting a response
Dude,
right now.
I've low key been over in the corner over here yawning like every 5
I was yawning
seconds. Look at
earlier.
Brantley. Look at Brantley.
I was
Now I'm
yawning.
gonna yawn.
so many times.
No, I'm gonna.
I was dying.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We want to have a short yawn break.
All right.
We
Well.
started at what 12:30 and it's
Yeah,
2:30.
bad. Started slow.
2:30.
All right. All right.
We're on 2 hours.
Do we have
recording.
any last closing statements? Let's wrap.
I know. I feel like we all have high hopes for this podcast and hope it does well. It'd be really
Yeah.
cool to see it do well. I'd love to keep doing it. This is something we've been talking about for a while. We've wanted to do for a while. We've had these mics for. I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah, we've had these mics for like
We've
a
had
year.
these mics for over a year.
We've had them
now?
for like 2.5 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
a
No,
long
about 2
time.
years.
We've had them for a while with the hopes of possibly starting a podcast.
Pod.
So-
It's completely.
stop with possibly starting a podcast. So now
Yeah.
that we are actually doing it, it's like low key. It's honestly
Yeah, we
really
just
cool.
love talking and hearing ourselves talk. So it's really cool that other people get to listen to us talk too now. So
I think it's more about just building that personality outside of
yeah,
our main channel.
yeah, and it's fun to have like interesting conversations with
It's
interesting.
also
people.
why I want to do a gaming channel.
Yeah,
Gaming channel.
Yeah, we're
I'm so down.
we're talking about it.
Yeah.
We're talking about it. We might.
That's a process. Though.
Yeah,
it's a
It's
process.
just there's like so many things we want to do in so little time. You know, only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah. These videos
that's
take
why we're up till
like 40 hours a day
that's
to
why
work
we're
on.
up till 2 in the morning filming this right now. Like it's
Yeah.
2 a.m. right now.
I work at 8:30.
You do.
Oh
not
my
You do not
gosh,
work
you're
at 8:30
joking.
tomorrow.
I work at 8 a.m.
Oh God.
Brantley.
All right. Well, on that
So
note,
I'm about to go home.
yeah.
and then I'm gonna
Right.
get 3 hours of sleep. Pound another one of these bad boys. Also, Rain, sponsor me.
Rain. It's more like a fucking thunderstorm for this guy right now. Probably.
Yeah.
do we want to do what we talked about earlier and give our guests the spotlight
Yes.
for a few moments?
Yes. Take the
and
spotlight.
let
Say what
them,
you want to say.
All right, here's your
Basically-
shout out period.
It's basically just like take a couple seconds or minutes or whatever.
I feel like we
to-
did that at the beginning.
Yeah,
We
whatever
did,
you
but
want.
we can give
We can
them
bring it back.
We will personally. Whoa. We will
Yeah.
personally give them uninterrupted time for each person to shout out what they're working on, doing right now. We'll start with Ryan. Ryan, where can people find you?
And what do you
Where
wanna
can we
say?
find out what you're going on? What are you working on at the moment?
Frank and friends.
Spill it all.
You can find us at youtube.com/Odyssey of the Odd.
Actually, that's false. I checked. You guys do not have a channel, a Trustin channel link.
Fuck.
Just go on.
Well,
go
if
on
you
YouTube
just
and type in
type
Odyssey
in
Odd.
Oddest of the Odd, we should pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We make some pretty gruesome, bloody videos. Right now, we're dropping at least 3 short films this month on top of the
Jeez.
cartoon in real life, which I'm really excited for
Respect.
to dive into a new side of animation. It's gonna
That's
be sick.
exciting.
It's gonna be sick. It's a lot of fucking work. We've been
Mhm.
helping a lot of people with a lot
Definitely.
of projects, so we're excited to get this shit out for us. It's gonna be awesome. Thank
He's
you
talking
guys.
about us.
No, we've just been like,
No, I get you.
we've been back and forth on like a lot of different people's like films, and
Mhm.
we just wrapped a short film called Never Hike Alone and Never Hike. The Never Hike
Snow.
series. I'm pretty tired right now. I'm not.
Yeah.
Gonna,
Yeah.
Hey,
it was
you
Never
do
Hike in the
best.
Snow, but we just wrapped on all that. We're still doing work for that, and on top of everything that we got going on, we just want to get these projects out, and it's gonna be exciting for you guys to see it.
Let alone on top of all the work we've been pulling you.
Oh
away
my
Yeah.
gosh.
from. All
No,
of what
no,
you
it's
just
fine.
listed, you've been
Yeah,
sprinkled into our content
yeah.
in between each one, and it probably didn't help that we
Yeah.
kept pulling you away from all your
No,
stuff
it's
Ryan and
okay.
Cortland are probably the hardest workers of
Hey, I appreciate
all
that.
this.
of their
Thank you.
house.
Yeah. Like
Of the house.
Yeah,
definitely.
Cortland right now, I know he's slaving away on that computer right now to bring you guys some crazy shit.
Goddamn stud.
We'll have him
But-
next time.
Prodigy.
Prodigy. I'll have to have him on the
Alright,
next
yeah,
one.
you can bring Cortland on.
Yeah.
But seriously, boys, thanks for having me on. Thanks
was
for
fun
having me
having
a
you.
part
Yeah,
of
nah.
this series. This has been crazy. I didn't think it was gonna come this far, and
Yeah,
it
you
did.
have fans.
Dude,
Thank
you blew
you.
it, dude.
No,
No, he didn't.
He didn't blow it.
Sorry, Tarv, for taking your voice.
Yeah.
But,
Shout out to Tarv. Go sub the Tarvs.
Love you,
I'm
bud.
Tarvs on YouTube.
Yeah.
Dark
Yeah.
Twisted Media as well.
Donate
did
to him
some
on
short
Twitch. or something.
You need to create a space for people to find more Ryan.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
more
honestly,
Ryan.
You do.
We need- I think
Yeah.
you should start streaming, honestly.
Yeah,
Nah, start a TikTok.
Start TikToks. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot
Do
of people.
TikToks.
A lot of people tell me all the time do like stand up and stuff. I've done it before, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
have that weird like social anxiety in me sometimes.
Not
Like,
a good thing
weird-
to pack up with
Yeah.
being a content creator.
No,
But
it's like I get
fair.
that weird like Michael Cera thing going on. I'm like, if like my brain just shuts off. Like I'll start
Dang.
talking and it's like, I'm like, oh,
Well, I
God.
think people like it when your brain shuts off, so that's okay.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
that dumb side.
I think it's
I
red.
know.
I think it's me.
But if you guys want to follow up with other stuff, you can find me on the socials. Everything at Oddest Ryan.
Honest Ryan.
And we'll link
And then-
all the socials.
yeah, we'll link everything below.
And then
So-
follow the boy Cortland at Oddest the Odd One.
Honest the Odd is taken.
Honest of the odd was
That's
taken.
a question I was having. Is Honest the Odd taken?
It is on Instagram. Like Twitter is fine, and then everything else like
Is it like a you guys made the account and forgot the
That's what I
password,
thought.
or is
No,
it someone
no.
actually has it?
no. We tried Oddest the Odd, and then
Is it
the
Dylan who
Oddest
has
the Odd. Oddest Dylan
Just
has
get
it.
to the point where you guys get so freaking
Yeah.
famous that they Twitter or Instagram or whatever is like, hey, like, do
Yeah.
you want the username?
Yeah, I think
So
it
you guys
needs
like
to get to
Ninja
that
took.
point.
'Cause I
Those
guarantee
name on
it's
socials?
some 17-year-old high schooler who doesn't even use it anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been active for like 10 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just forgot it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. I hope so too.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
Thank you,
also
boys.
fix that channel link because like I
That
I
dedicated
plug you
channel
guys in
name.
the description and I'm always like, oh, like I have to put this giant link instead of
Tiny
writing
URL,
Honest to
dude.
God. Yeah.
Tiny
Well, no,
URL.
I
That's
do
why it's
I
like
do
that.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you know, because I've tried. I'm like, youtube.com/honestly odd doesn't work.
Well,
That's hilarious.
So
you just
yeah.
gotta do it the old-fashioned.
You guys,
way.
no, you guys just gotta go submit
Find
your,
us.
submit your link.
We're in the phone books.
Yellow pages. Hit me on the yellow
Search-
pages,
search
bro.
pages.
Brantley.
Take it away.
Let us
Yeah.
know what you're working on. Let us
Um,
know where to find you.
Yeah, so it's been honestly, but I've been working on a lot of your guys' shit.
Fair.
Yo, it's
What a
funny.
stud.
I booked your guys'. I worked with you guys, and then like 2 weeks ago, I booked another ad. Or I booked an ad for House Party, and the whole theme of the shoot was Among Us.
No.
Yeah, it was funny as shit. I was like, no way, back to back.
Did you talk to anyone about what you did?
No, I didn't. I
You
I talked to
shamelessly
my.
plug your part.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Oh, I just did a video because I want to check it out.
Dang.
That's the
Um,
first stage of being typecasted in LA.
Yep.
Just gonna
Need to
do.
show your work.
All I'm going to do from now on is Among Us
Yeah.
stuff, strictly to keep my brand.
Hey, but real talk though, which was better, ours or theirs?
Dude, I didn't realize
Your
we
guys
had
was
such
just
a-
funny as fuck.
I didn't realize we had such a godly actor among us.
You know, it's hard growing up in LA and just learning that you're talented. You know, it's hard out here.
Yeah.
You know. No, yeah. It's my social media. It's just my name at Brantley Compton. Check me out.
You want to spell your first name for everyone?
I mean, sure. BRANTLY.
Do you want to spell the second part of your name?
Compton, like the city.
Nice. Something to be proud of.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
Nice.
But no, yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me on. I love working with you guys. I'm excited to see what you guys do next and if I'm able to be a part of it. This shit's fun, guys.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Sure. Cool.
You have no idea what the future holds.
Yeah, we don't even know what the future holds. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, what
part
if-
5,
Episode
else?
2 of this podcast.
Yeah.
Or I'm hoping that. I want this podcast
Yeah.
to continue.
For all you know, this will be the last episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna close it on.
First and last.
Yeah, if this does good, there's episode 2.
Bye. We'll maybe see you soon.
Yeah, we'll try our best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Hey. Hey Siri, turn off podcast lights.
Yo, what?
I have to press the
no
button.
way.
Oh.
Yeah.
That one.
That would have been. I'm just saying if that
Hang on,
happened, that would have been
quiet,
sick.
quiet.
Turn off podcast lights.
No way.
Yo,
that's sick.
All right.
All
Cool.
right.
That one
See you
doesn't. That
later.
one's not set up yet.
We're
but-
done.
Cool.
We're
All
done.
right.
First podcast. Yay.